I would like to share with you guys today about how I started trading. In 2019, I was then checking on trading. Then I found myself in some groups. So I paid, the monthly subscription for groups, but those groups were just giving you alerts or giving you trades to trade. So as I was trading option with those groups, when the option is profitable, it was good. But when it was going out of control, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know, should I close the trade? Should I wait? What was happening? So I was like, you know what? I cannot take this anymore. I need to learn how to trade options. When I bought the course, it was November 2020, right before COVID hit. I bought a put on Shopify. Shopify was plummeting, plummeting. And so I got in on Shopify, and within 5 minutes, I made my first $10,000. Listen, it was exhilarating. The feeling, the rush, the excitement. I wasn't sure what to do. My brain chemistry shifted. The dopamine and the serotonin were flying all over. And I was like, woo! $10,000, and it only took 5 minutes. I felt like I'm a champ. I felt like a god. I felt like, ooh, man, I got the power. I got the power. I got the power. That's how I felt. And of course, if you've been trading for a while, you know that whenever anybody feels that way after a profit, what comes next? There's a high chance they're going to lose. And so I had this friend, we were training together. I made 10,000 and she made 14,000, and we called each other. We were like, woo! I couldn't even sleep that night. Let me tell you, I was high. I was high. I called my family. I was like, let's go out to eat. I treated my family out on we went out for a meal. I was so excited. I was like, whoa, $10,000. I felt like I was invincible. I felt like I was powerful. I felt the rush. I couldn't sleep at night. I was just high. But in the mix of that excitement, there was a huge fear. The fear of, how do I continue? The fear of, okay, what happens next? And then the next morning, before market open, my friend called me and she's like, let's do what we did yesterday. And we are like, yeah. We felt like it was just going to be easy money because it's a pandemic and the stock market was falling. The stock market was crashing. So we thought, go collect some more. So the vision or the mindset I had was almost like, there is a sea of money, just take your container and go collect it. I wasn't thinking anything about risk. I've had this horrible fear, and I felt in my spirit like, you know what? Go withdraw that money and call it a day. I was like, okay, you know what? Go in one more time. Listen. You already know. You already know. If you're a trader, you already know what happened. I got in on Shopify because it had run down so long. It now had to retrace. Even though we were in the middle of a recession, it had to retrace. And I knew nothing about retracement. I knew nothing about how to trade. Did not chart my charts. I did not do anything. I just jumped into the sea. And then when the market started going against me, I realized, I was like, oh my God, I'm $3,000 down. But then I didn't want to come up. So I was focused now on, oh, you took my $3,000. You're going to give it back to me. And it kept dropping, and I jumped out with, I think it was like $4,000 loss. And I was so afraid. I was like, okay, no, maybe I should keep this one. And then I spoke to my friend and she called me and we talked. I was like, okay, you know what? We pumped each other up. And I went back in and I lost, and I was left with 2,000. Oh my God. It was like a rush that took place that did not last. And all of a sudden there was this drop. The switch in emotion, the emotional high and low was terrible. So it's like, okay, I was so excited. I had called my whole family, my mother, my kids, my husband. We ate, we were excited. I felt, oh, new life has just begun. And then the next day, I lost it all. And I was like, ah, what do I say? How do I? But I'll have to tell you something. Something stuck with me. It stuck with me. It shifted everything about me. And I knew that the stock market was my arena. I knew that stock market was the way to go because I felt that if I could make $10,000 in about 5 minutes, even though I lost it, and even the fact that I lost it, that tells you that all I had to do was to study and to learn and get equipped and trained, and I'll make it.